get back on the winning track on Saturday for Victory Field with 2 7-inning games starting at 5:15 Central Time. The pregame show starting at 5 p.m. Central Time. For more information on upcoming promotions or to purchase tickets on Cubs games this year, visit IowaCubs.com. And if you can't make it to the game, you can catch each game live on the
Cardinals still suck.
on MLB TV and on the Valley Live app.
What happened to them?
For 2 games and go iCubs.
Yachty retired.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN. Des Moines sports leader.
And that was gone!
A Des Moines Radio Group station. This is Sports Center. The following show on 102.1 FM.
Morning, Jeff. Morning, everybody.
Paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old US of A. Andrew and I will be here until 7 to 9 on 1350 ESPN. First hour, we're going to be talking turkey number recap. Got Iowa Department of Natural Resources biologist Jim Coffey coming on here in a minute. We'll have a Sportsman's Warehouse fishing report in the 8 o'clock hour. We got some other outdoor stuff to throw at you. Tacticam had a big firmware update that they just sent out. They're making things a little bit better on their trail cameras. So I will tell you about that. And be careful out there. The baby deer are starting to show up. So be baby deer aware when you get out there. First hour is brought to you in part by our good friends out at Carlisle at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage, where you can find a 12 by 50 assigned spot, 12 feet by 50 that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. That's right, big old spot. Secure gates 24/7, security cameras, discounts for multiple spots. $60 a month. You get a month free if you pay for the year in advance. All you got to do is give Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call at 515-822-1362. That's 515-822-1362, and they will take care of you. Good morning, Jess. Good to see you this morning. Thank you. So, we got, what do we got? We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. What we got. First off, I got to say thank you to somebody. Jesse Richard. Richard's remediation and cleaning. Andrew, do you know what remediation means in cleaning?
In cleaning? Didn't know.
I didn't either, to be honest with you. I go, Jesse, what's the name of your company? He goes, Richard, remediation and cleaning. I said, remediation. Isn't that like when you settle an argument or something?
A mediation.
Yeah, and he goes, no. He goes, that's when you got water damage, and you need somebody to come in and vacuum up and clean, get rid of your water if you had flooding or something like that. I said, oh, I learned something today. You know, it's always nice when you learn something, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Jesse came over and he cleaned my carpets, downstairs in my studio yesterday. If someone out there needs a office cleaning, or if you need your home, if you need your carpets done and stuff, I'm just going to tell you, Jesse's super nice, super polite, very, very fair priced, and he did a great job. Jenny could not believe how good the carpet looked when Jesse got done. So Richard, remediation and cleaning, you can find him on Facebook. He's up in Ankeny, but he'll go anywhere. If he's like Batman. If you got trouble, Jesse will be there in the Richard van. Send up the Richard signal. There you go. All right, let's head over to the phones, and my buddy Jim Coffey is on the line because I know he's happy because he gets to take it easy now because turkey season's over, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm going to take it easy the rest of the year.
Well, see, that's what I thought. Your season's over, man.
No, that's the depressing part of it. We worked all year for those few days, and now it's over, and we're on to the next adventure.
Well, I'm kind of glad it's over, to be honest with you, because they were just downright rude that last week and a half, man. I mean, you get out there, they'd wake up and make those little tree calls, and they start gobbling, and as soon as they hit the ground, nothing. Total silence.
Yeah, that's typical turkeys for you.
Yeah.
They like to be vocal right there at sunrise or before, and then they like to do their morning thing, and that's why a lot of turkey hunters like to go out later in the morning. Those gobblers will start gobbling back in, at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or so, and they'll start looking for hens again, and that gets to be an exciting time to hunt.
I had one or two fire off at 10:30, and I couldn't get them to. Good morning, Russell. Good to see you this morning. I couldn't get them to leave the woods, man. They would not come out to the field edge at all. They were not leaving that cover in the timber.
Yeah, and of course it gets thicker and greener, and turkeys like to see. And you would think, oh, they'll come out here to this open edges and do some looking, but they just that late season they start to get a little different. You'll see a lot of lone gobblers just walking around, and you're thinking, oh, they're gonna be easy, they're gonna come right in, and they just start to change.
Oh, they changed, all right. They're snobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Iowa had a good season. I was mildly surprised with the numbers, and for some reason I did not write the numbers down like I thought I did. We had 2,000 more people buy tags this year, right?
Yeah, approximately. Yeah, well, the final numbers aren't in yet, but we were up about 2,000 people, and when we say that, we were up to about 2,000 licenses because in Iowa you can buy up to 2 licenses. So
right.
It might be we had a couple thousand people that bought a second license that didn't buy one in the past, or we could have had 2,000 new hunters out there.
Well, if I remember right, it was like 54,000 tags, 54,500 or something like that, and then
Yep.
And then, yeah, I can't believe I didn't. I know. I wonder why I didn't paste that on my copy. And then I can't remember how many birds did we tag out on.
Yeah, about 14,800.
Thank you.
Which is yep. Mm-hmm.
And that was an increase of what from last year?
A couple thousand. We usually average about 12,500 or so. Yep.
What do you think the difference or the extra birds were? Was it just a good hatch or just decent weather all through the season?
Both. Yep. It's always a combination of things. And our last great harvest was back in 2020, which was the COVID year. And of course, the lockdown started right prior to the turkey season, which meant people had more time, and they took advantage of that and they got out and they hunted. And now I think we're seeing the byproduct of 2 good production years and some relatively nice weather throughout the entire 4 seasons.
Yeah.
We had 80 degrees back in the first season, and probably the worst weekend was the last weekend. We had a couple of days of light, rain, mist over most of the state.
Yeah, it rained Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's good. Light rain. Turkeys like to move around a little bit more. They don't hear as well in the rain, so they like to get out where they can see a little bit better. But, from a hunter's standpoint, it's not a lot of fun to sit in the rain.
No, it's not.
Not in a blind, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I just don't like shooting wet turkeys, man. They stink. They don't take good pictures. Yeah. Me like fluffy dry turkey.
Yeah, it's a different kind of hunt, and obviously we didn't have a lot of rain through most of the season. It actually made it kind of difficult to move around the woods because the leaves are very crispy and it made it difficult to move without being heard. So hunters, we like a little bit of rain because that kind of quiets the woods down a little bit. But yeah, you're right. It does not make for good pictures.
No. It's kind of crazy. Some of our surrounding states, I'm sure you've been talking with some of your compatriots, and Kansas is going to go to a one bird's tag next year. I had heard that they were going to do a non-resident draw, but now I'm hearing it's going to be a quota.
Yeah, I haven't figured out their final scheme because just like us, the Kansas department can come up with some rules, but obviously if the legislators make laws, then the department has to follow that. And I have not followed their legislatures this season.
Well,
but I know the biologists out there, they were looking at some pretty severe restrictions, especially the western part of Kansas.
Where I hunt around Concordia, which is like north central Kansas, there were tons of birds. I mean, there were more jakes and more toms than I saw the year before. But Jim, you and I have talked about this over the years. I mean, I don't mind, and I think 99% of the people out there that hunt and fish, if we need to self-aware or self-contain to protect a resource, the majority of us, I think, are willing to do that.
Oh, absolutely. There's a strong history of that our our hunters and fishermen are the first to say they'll be self-restrictive, and what we tend to see is that our society in general, kind of takes knee-jerk reactions, and we know that populations change over time. That's obvious. It's so we don't really want to make quick changes that really aren't impacting anything. Because just like here in Iowa, we've had 2 good nesting years, and we had a good harvest this year.
Yeah.
Kansas had a series of poor nesting years, and their population was down. So they were looking at making some restrictions, and that's why we have those rules underneath the state code, so that we can change mildly. Versus when it's in a law, then you're set. That's the way it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I probably still won't buy a fall turkey tag, because where I hunt, I saw. Good morning, Patrick. Good to see you. From Huxley, Patrick's in Huxley this morning. I think I heard one. I think 1 or 2, maybe 3 gobblers on 600 acres. So I'm gonna probably give them a break in the fall, and hopefully the hatch is good, and I'm gonna have more of my trail cameras out here in a couple weeks. I started doing my mock scrapes for deer in June. I'll go out and check my tree stand straps, make sure my straps are okay, nothing's weathered or tore, ripped or anything. And then I always start doing my mock scrapes and just kind of see how. I don't know, Jim. I like seeing that deer antler growth, and it gives me a chance to get those deer habitualized to running that scrape line. That strategy's worked really good for me the last 2 years. I've had a lot of nice mature bucks coming in throughout the late summer and in the hunting season.
Sure, that's what's always nice, kind of about our last weekend of 4th season. That's I was seeing deer that had little bulbs starting on their heads, and, and you're like, yeah, it's starting. It's April, and they're May, excuse me, and they're it's already starting to happen, and that's the way that biology works. Yeah. You're exactly right with the fall hunting. There's a lot of people that it's kind of a tradition to them, but most states have gone to a kind of a spring tradition. So a lot of people have switched over and they do something else in the fall. That's one thing that makes spring turkey hunting so popular. It's kind of the only thing to do. But in the fall, in Iowa, we've got so many opportunities.
I love fall turkey hunting. I mean, it's neat when you get a bunch of them flocked up, and you go and run at them and break them up, and then you sit down and you wait about 10, 15 minutes, and you start key canning, and it's exciting because they come right back in when you start key keying at them. It can be a fun hunt, but I'd rather hunt them. I'd rather hunt them.
Traditional fall hunt is exactly that. It's designed to take advantage of those young birds of that year and their behaviors. But what we see now with a lot of our fall turkey hunters is they're deer hunters that have a turkey tag in their pocket.
Yeah,
so they're out traditionally deer hunting, but they carry a turkey tag just in case they get a chance.
I always have one arrow just for turkeys.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Or a squirrel. I still want to know, why can a squirrel sound like a white-tailed deer? I just don't understand how a little 2-3 pounds animal can sound like a 120-pound animal going through the timber, huh?
And they can sure get your heart racing really quickly when you hear that.
Oh, it drives me nuts sometimes. Good morning, John. Good luck fishing up at Blackhawk, buddy. Good morning, Kenny.
Yeah, you get more people complaining about squirrels in the fall, and I'm like, I enjoy squirrel hunting, and actually I don't think there's as many squirrels out there as there used to be, personally. But squirrels are a species that's very difficult to monitor population change.
Yeah.
But boy, one squirrel can make a lot of noise, that's for sure.
Hey, Ken wants to know, was there any changes on skunks and raccoons for like nuisances, as far as have they changed up when you can hunt them and take care of them?
I honestly, I don't know what the final legislation was. I don't know if it passed out of committee or if it's still on hold. But we, as an agency, we're going to propose through the rule process to extend the seasons.
Yeah.
But I was thinking the legislature did get it passed. I don't think the governor signed it yet. There would be some continuous open season on agricultural lands.
Yeah.
But do not quote me on that until the governor signs it.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have a continuous fur bearer season on coons and stuff. So, but I don't think it's signed yet. I haven't seen it in writing yet.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be a press release when and if it's actually signed.
Yeah.
So don't quote me. But we, as an agency, had already proposed prior to the legislators that we were going to extend those seasons by another month.
Yeah.
Into the spring. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's just going to be another month or so, not going to be through the fall. Yeah.
Well, that's what we propose. That's what the DNR proposed through our rulemaking process. But again, if the legislatures make a law, that would supersede what the DNR does.
I gotcha. I think Kansas opened it up all year.
There were several states that kind of proposed the same thing.
Yeah.
It was exactly that. And again, people, I don't want to sound like it's a knee-jerk reaction, but obviously there's more predators on the landscape, and they tend to think that if we control predators, that all of a sudden we're going to have these big booms in bird populations. And in reality, we probably won't harvest any more coons than we do with a normal season. But it gives people some flexibility if they need to take care of some issues.
Man, I tell you, Jim, everywhere I've been, Jim, those trash pandas, they're. When I was out in Kansas last fall, I bet you I saw 35, 40 coons on one winter wheat field.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, they were on the Milo, in the Milo.
Yeah. Well, and coons are omnivores; they'll eat anything that's out there, and so we've seen some increase in coon populations over the last few years, and people tend to attribute that to the fact that coon pelt prices are down and nobody's out trapping them. But we just know in general that those predator species have gone up. But coons are one of those odd species too that they're very self-sustaining, and then when they do get overpopulated, they'll get distemper, and you'll see the populations crash. And short-term memories. Remember back in the 80s when we were going to shut the coon season down because there wasn't going to be enough coons left in Iowa. So, here we are 40 years later, and there's too many coons. So those are kind of the ebbs and flows of coon populations.
Yeah, well, I think Rocket's doing okay because they're everywhere. Them trash pandas, I call them trash pandas, man.
Yeah,
they're smart.
They are, and they're a smart animal, and they're omnivores, so they take advantage of the seasons. And that's what tends to upset people. And if you grew up in Iowa like I did, every time you had a sweet corn patch, you sat out there all night long trying to keep the coons out of it because you had a lot of work in that sweet corn patch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, can you hold through a break or do you got to run?
Sure, nope, I'm good.
Okay, we'll be right back with Mr. Jim Coffey, our Iowa turkey biologist, on 1350 ESPN. What's everybody doing this morning?
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and
I'm calling Bo, he still ain't answering.
Kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale.
He must be fishing,
Please
man.
stop by and see us at
Usually he answers his
6931
phone right
Douglas
away.
Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515.
Anybody catching crappies?
1577.
I'm hoping Monday and get out Monday.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors?
Andrew's going to buy me a really nice present for my boss's day.
5.0 wide camera. Capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing
Of
trips.
course.
with a
Hey,
new
what do you
Tacticam
think?
Fish cam that's
What do you think I can
totally
take from your house to
and ready
give
to
you?
record some awesome bow fishing action. All the
I don't know,
Tacticam
man.
cameras feature full
Kind of
camera
slacking off lately. I haven't got a birthday card out of you. I ain't got nothing, man.
2.5 hours of record time.
Slacking.
Feature image stabilization that's far above other cameras in its class. The Tacticam
I always make sure I give him a little Christmas present.
to capture angles and shots like never
Morning, Chris Hall. What's up in Ohio?
record your next hunting or fishing adventure. Don't forget
This year I'm going to get him some deer pee.
You'll be able to relive your
That's gonna be his Christmas bonus is deer pee.
I can go hunting now.
I'll never forget when Jenny and I first got married and she moved in and she opened up the fridge and I had some pure whitetail deer doe estrus in the fridge in the bottle. Daniel, what is this doing in the refrigerator? It's deer pee.
As well as the
Why is there deer pee in the refrigerator? So I can put it in my scrapes.
with superior cutting
I
diameters.
had to go get a little mini fridge and put it down in the office. Oh, man. You had to be there. I thought it was funny.
You wait all season for that shot. Don't trust it to a
It's raining in Ohio. I'm sorry.
For more info, go online to www.slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick Broadheads and tag your game.
Hey, Outdoors Dan here. How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got cold or uncomfortable? Well, I have a way to keep your feet feeling great. Man, I tell you, allergies are horrible right now, aren't they? Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? I've heard of Norlander Sock Company. It uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Does anybody hey, we need 3 more people to buy socks. NorlanderSocks.com. Use the code DAN15 and I'm going to draw for a pair of boots. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we did a 3-week contest for Mother's Day. I gave away 3 pairs of Itasca hunting boots. For every 10 people that bought a pair of socks, I drew a pair of boots. So you had a 1 in 9 chance of winning, I guess. 1 in 10? 1 in 10? 1 in 9? Something like that. Well, now, for Father's Day, I'm doing the same thing, but I put a little gravy on the biscuit. If you don't win a pair of boots, I'm going to put you in another drawing for a tent cot camping package. You get a tent cot and a sleeping bag. So there'll be 9, 18, 27 people in that drawing. If you don't win that, I'm going to do one more, or maybe 2, for a Tacticam Reveal Trail camera, $140 camera. So you got 3 great chances of winning. All you got to do is go to NorlanderSocks.com, buy a pair of socks, and then send me a screenshot of the order. It's got to just be after May 15th, dated. Well, there you go, Chris. Go get on it. Dan15. Get you 15% off. I figured that'd be a great thing for Father's Day, right? Those tent cots are nice. 1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105. Dan, can you get rid of coons? Well, Tony, we just talked about that. Where you been?
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Mr. Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Had a great turkey season here in Iowa. Good morning, Rick. We actually did better than projected numbers. Jim, I think we did better, didn't we?
Yeah, we did above average.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever worn a pair of alpaca socks?
No, I don't think I have.
You need to go to NorlanderSocks.com or have your wife go to NorlanderSocks.com and buy a pair of they're out of Missouri. They're in St. Peters, Missouri. They raise their own alpacas, but they are better than a merino wool sock. They thermal regulate. They keep your feet warm or cool, however you need it. They wick away the moisture, and they keep your feet from stinking. They have an antibacterial quality to them. Man, and I'm telling you, Jim, they're the most comfortable socks you'll ever wear.
As I get older, that's one thing that keeps me out of the woods is when I get cold feet. I don't like to be there.
Well, hey, put in the thing in the coupon code. Put Dan15. You get 15% off.
That's good to know.
I'm telling you, man. If you get them, you'll love them. That's all I wear anymore. They really work well with my hunting boots. So, hey, the baby deers are dropping.
Yep, that'll be coming on here this week probably. We'll get some of those early, I call them early hatches, but those early drops will be this week. And, of course, the main birthing time will be the first week of June. So it's time to keep our eyes open. Those does will be moving, and they'll be moving to some odd places. And people will be finding fawns in odd places. And we're going to recommend and killers that we don't touch those fawns. We don't pick them up. And there is no rehabilitation now in Iowa, so we don't commingle deer because of WD, so they won't be released.
Yeah. Good morning, Roger, up in New York. Good to see you, buddy. Brant wants to know what's going on with the ringnecks, Jim. He goes, opinion for Uplander season and looking ahead. I've been seeing a lot of pheasants.
I heard a lot of pheasants. I actually heard a lot of quail in southern Iowa turkey hunting this spring too. And of course, it's we're right into that time, and this next month and a half is going to be pretty critical for all of our ground nesting birds. If we stay on track, we should be okay. But there's a lot of weather that can happen in the next month.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, I feel bad. All that hail we've had, that's got to be hard on all the wildlife.
Yeah, you'd think so, and it is for us because we tend to run inside, and they have to stay out there in it. But if you've got that good habitat covered, a lot of that hail doesn't make it down to the areas where those animals are at.
Yeah.
Or if it does, the energy is dissipated.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's always a concern.
We've had our fair share of hail this year.
Yeah, it's been an interesting spring. We haven't had a lot of rain, but when it's come pretty severely. And I always get more worried about our flooding because so much of our habitat is condensed down to those stream banks and stuff. And when we get flooding, those ground nesting birds just don't stand a chance. That they can't pick that nest up and move it. It just gets flooded out, and they have to go start over again.
Yeah, Jim says he's seen a lot of jakes this year, which is a good sign.
A lot of jakes. I had more jakes coming into me this year and more hens talking this year than I have for several years. And it's frustrating and it's good to see. But I got busted many times this year, focused on one bird, and I heard another putt behind me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
There it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I went down close to you in Sheridan on my buddy's place, and I guess they sprayed anhydrous a couple like a week or so before I was hunting, and I didn't hear a bird. I guess after they sprayed them, turkeys moved on, huh?
I guess I've never seen that. Usually when they knife anhydrous in, it's about a day or two, and everything's back to normal. But everybody reacts differently. Just being out on the landscape, even with with deer and other species, they have a kind of themselves, and all of a sudden here's some activity, and they're like, well, this is different. And they'll move and change their patterns a little bit. Yeah, so the timing is always everything.
Randy Munson wants to know what's any recommendations on food plots for turkeys?
Yeah, I just like a lot of green browse, things that produce insects. And then don't make it too dense. If you get it too dense, it stays wet, and it's hard for those poults to move through that. But if you can put in some alfalfa or just even native grasses that are thin to create that insect base, that's what really gets your poults out there growing fast.
Yeah. Well, they love small grains.
Yep. That's a little later on. When those first 2 weeks, they're eating a lot of protein. About 80% of their diet is protein.
Yep.
To try to get themselves up to where they're flying and getting off the ground, and that's when their survival really increases. About day 10, they can start to flutter enough, they get up off the ground, and then the survival rate really goes up.
I was just going to ask you about that. How many days after they hatch can they start flying? 10 days?
Yeah. Well, the typical is 14, but I've seen them at 10.
Yeah.
I've seen them strutting at 5.
Yeah, that's amazing when you see a little hatchling start strutting and spitting and drumming. Yeah. Isn't that neat?
It is so cool. They know right from out of the egg what their job is.
Yeah. I got a buddy who raises turkeys. It's neat when they start doing that. That's for sure.
So the birds don't fly well at 10, but they fly enough that they can get up off the ground into the low branches, and then they start hopping.
Okay.
And so they're not roosting on the ground at night anymore. And as soon as they quit roosting on the ground, of course, the hen, she's up in the tree. She extends those wings and covers them at night, keeps them warm, keeps the rain off of them. And so the real challenge is getting the bird out of the nest and up into the tree. So you got 10 to 14 days there. That's pretty critical.
Yeah. Anything else happening at the DNR?
Well, always stuff happening. Of course, we've got our turkey research project going on, and so we're well into nesting right now and following hens around. And then, of course, it's time to get the boats out for those latecomers like myself and get some fish caught. The crappie spawn's kind of over, but I hear some good things, and walleyes are always good. So there's just always lots of good things going on this time of year.
Yeah. That's good. Hey, do you fish that lake right off of where CNC Cycles is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Our
office is located at Red Haw State Park, which is just down the road from CNC.
Okay.
And then there's Lake Morris and Lake Ellis.
So if you go, I think is that north? If you go past CNC going away from Sheraton. What direction is that on the highway?
You're going east down towards what they call the Twin Bridges.
Okay, there's a big lake on the left-hand side, right, like a mile.
2 lakes.
Huh?
Yep. There's 2 lakes. Well,
Yeah.
there's those are city lakes. Those are Lake Ellis and Lake Morris.
What's in there?
So great crappie fishing. A lot of people have been there fishing crappies this year, and actually Lake Morris has the state record flathead from like 1958, I think, is out of that lake.
Okay, because where I deer hunt is just past that second lake about a mile or two.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Those are really popular. The Twin Bridges right there along Highway 34 get a lot of activity because, of course, that's shallow water, that's the stream water running into them, so the fish are running in there, and so that gets a lot of crappie activity. And during the turkey season, it was frustrating driving past that and seeing 10 or 15 cars parked there, and I'm still trying to get my turkey shot. Like I should be crappie fishing.
Yeah, no, I hear you. All right.
Those are both good lakes. Those were the city water supply for the city of Sheraton.
Okay.
And here in the last few years, now they have switched over to rural water, so those lakes are no longer city water supplies.
Gotcha.
But they're open to public fishing.
Okay. Well, I thought I'd ask you because I drive by there a lot, and it's like, man, that looks like a good place to fish. But I never see anybody fishing during the week down there.
Yeah, so the odd part is that the boat ramps are on gravel, and a lot of people don't like that, and their boat ramps are not they're not maintained like the DNR maintains boat ramps, so the access is a little limited. And then both of those lakes are also electric only,
Yeah.
so that restricts quite a few people.
Yeah, I got you. All right. All right, but
Great places.
Oh, it looks like it. I'm gonna have to get down there and wet a line sometime. But Jim, always good to have you on, buddy. Thank you for all the info. Let me know if you need any to get the word out on anything, and we'll get you right back on.
Certainly appreciate it, Dan. You have a good day.
All right, have a great weekend. There he goes, Mr. Jim Coffey. Good fine feller right there. Good fine feller. Good fine feller. Feller. 7:31 and some change. On my St. Louis show tomorrow night, I'm going to have a guy on that custom paints crankbaits. So it's called Lots Lures. Is it L-O-Z? Laz? His first name's Marco. I talked to him for a little bit, but just super, super nice guy. I'm pretty sure it's here. Hang on, I'm going to pull it up here. L-O-Z Lures. You can look it up on Facebook. But he hand paints these crankbaits and stuff, and they look amazing. Really, really cool. All right, let me hit a break. I'll be right back. We'll talk about updating your Tacticam reveals. I did it yesterday, and it was pretty easy. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Hey guys, Outdoors Dan here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out, or do you need help promoting your business? If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought about letting your vehicle do the promotion while you're out driving around town? If you haven't, let's talk a little bit about Chase Decals in Ames, Iowa, and what they can do for you. Well, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that, buddy. Decals in Ames, that's nice of you. An amazing job. Josh, Bob, and the staff took the time to find out exactly what my needs were, what my goals were going to be, and they went. Morning, Mountain Man, or Micro Meal. I got to call Mountain Man Micro Meal. Talking about the Outdoor Call Radio Network. If you need help getting your message out or showing people what exactly I'll probably just stay with Mountain Man. Pick up the phone and call Josh at 515-292-6466. That's 515-292-6466. Well, I got to give away today. I got a Cookies Barbecue Grill Pack today.
Are you getting ready
I've
for
got a
season?
gun cleaning
You've
kit.
done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game,
Got a from JLM Guns, #1 gun oil and polishing kit today. That's trivia.
Has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order.
I got to get down there and buy some steaks.
You can have your
I've been
deer,
down there a while.
moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications.
What's everybody doing today?
Daryl does a great job making
Chris said it's
sticks,
raining
summer sausage,
in
and
Ohio.
turkey with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker,
Randy
try
Munson.
the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may
Hey,
not
there you
find
go,
it.
Aaron. Tell
In
him I said
normal
good
weeks, you
luck.
may or may not notice
There's
a
still
red
turkey
ring
hunting
on
in
the bite.
Pennsylvania.
Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor
Hey,
may
Carrie,
or may
good
not test
morning.
you
Hey,
for
congrats on your
Lyme
bow
disease. The
fishing.
test may
That's
or may
awesome.
not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated
Patrick's
on time,
running the hunting dog. Rob said it's raining in Pennsylvania. Rick said he's tilling the garden.
Limited clothing from Game Hide. Limited features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Limited clothing will retain its
Man,
effectiveness for the
I
life of
can't
the
wait for the
garment and
corn to
needs
get
no
in.
special
You're
care.
welcome,
The
Carrie.
treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing a Limited can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit GameHide.com.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet
Don't
Stop
forget, we got
Illinois.
that big
Chris
fishing
Fulcher is the
contest in
owner
Minnesota
of the Pet
going
Stop
on.
franchise in
Make
the
sure
Des
you're
Moines area.
listening to the Outdoor Call Radio app during the week.
19 years. A Pet Stop
I got to
system will
update
not
the
only keep your pet
phrase.
from
The
leaving
new
your
phrase is
desired
going to
area
start Monday.
outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home. The Pet Stop system is underground.
I'll be up there
keeping your
June
property open and
17th,
easy to maintain.
catching some
Plus,
wallies.
with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop
They said the
system to
fishing's
help
been
your
on
dogs
fire up there.
enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time.
It's always
For
good
more
up there.
information on how to protect your body
Whoever wins
and
that
keep
trip's
your
going to have a
family
heck of a
great,
time.
call 515-975-2190
Morning, Rick.
or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Raven approved. A dog.
If you're into the outdoors,
Fed
whether
hog.
it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free
I
as
got to
possible.
figure out how to
since
give that tent cot
1999.
away.
Camprite
And we're giving that
employees are
Father's Day
outdoor
one away. I got
enthusiasts
2
that
of
use
them.
and design each product to make sure your
We'll do a
adventures
fall
are
hunting
always
package on
fun.
the other one.
They carry great tents like
Rick Johnson's heading to Canada in a few weeks. There you go, Rick. Larry Mack's going bear hunting. He's heading up there next week. I don't know what province he's going. Manitoba, maybe?
Including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping
Oh,
tables,
Larry Mack.
grub units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures comfortable and carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store or on the web at Camprite.com.
Thank you, Paula. That's very kind of you. Appreciate that.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. So for everybody that's got a Tacticam Reveal trail camera, if you got a Pro X, is it Pro X or X Pro? I think it's Pro X model. They came out with a firmware update. So here's all you got to do. Just go to Tacticam Reveal, and they've got it on the website. You just go in there and you download. There's 2 files you're going to need to download on an SD card, okay? Just make sure whatever SD card you're using is a blank SD card, okay? So I went to the website yesterday, or to the link. I hit that, and then I downloaded the 2 files. And then once I had them on my computer, I went and drug them on over to the SD card. And then I took the SD card out of my computer. And while my camera was shut off, I put it into my Tacticam Reveal Pro X camera. I held down the top arrow key, all right, and then I turned the camera on, and it did it for me. All I had to do was just keep holding that upper arrow key down. As soon as the camera turned itself on, when it just started updating the new file, the firmware. It took about a minute and a half, and I was ready to rock and roll. So I actually got 3 of those cameras. They're nice. I like them because they got the Geo unit in there. Wherever you got your camera, you can actually look on your. Well, here, I'll show everybody on Facebook Live that's watching. So here is my app. I've got my Tacticam Reveal app, so I can go on here and I can pull up my cameras. And let's see. Yep. Let's see which one I got. I might have them shut off right now. So like there's some of the camera pictures I took off there yesterday, but I can actually see where my cameras are at on the app. So if someone would be naughty and steal my camera, I'm going to be able to I can actually go to their door, knock on the door and say, "Where's my camera?" Which is nice because, you get what you pay for. These are very, very good quality cameras, easy to run. But I want to know where my cameras are at all times. So I love them. And they're easy to update. That firmware stuff is super easy. It took me a minute and a half, and I was done. Bada bing, bada boom, done. So just good. I can't wait to, like I said, I'll start, we got 2 weeks for June? About 2 weeks, I'll get my other cameras out, and I'll start. June 1st is National Pee Day. I didn't tell that story on the air. I was telling everybody on Facebook Live when Jenny and I got married. She moved in, and she opened up the fridge, and I had some pure whitetail doe estrus, premium doe urine in the refrigerator. I had it was in a bag in a bottle, right? She goes, "Daniel, what is this in the refrigerator?" I said, "That's my doe pee." She goes, "What?" I go, "That's my doe pee." She goes, "That's pee?" I said, "Yeah, doe pee." She goes, "Why is there doe pee in the refrigerator?" "It's for my scrapes. I'm making mock scrapes." She didn't understand.
Well, it is kind of jarring. I can only assume because I've never
opened
up my fridge and for pee to be in there.
It's in a bottle. It's got a lid on it, and it's in a little plastic bag. It's not like it's sitting on the shelf just laying there.
But it's still a little bit jarring. I mean, nobody, aside from a few, bottles up pee and puts it in their fridge. I mean, I get for the purpose. The purpose is there, but I can understand her hesitation and curiosity as to why there was a jar of pee in her fridge.
Rick said his 12-year-old grandson shot his first bear in Manitoba 2 days ago. Rick, tell him I said congratulations. That's awesome. Hey, I'm just telling you right now, there is nothing more exciting and fun to do during the summer. I mean, you can go fishing, right? That's fun. That's exciting. You can go camping. That's fun and relaxing and exciting. But when you get out there in June and July and you start running your scrapes and you put out your pure whitetail doe pee or your bachelor group or bachelor premium buck urine, and you start getting those big trail cam pictures rolling through, and you start seeing those antlers spreading out and getting tall, it's awesome. I can't wait for every time my phone alerts, man. Raven hates it though. When I get my little phone alert, he sits there and he pops up because it drives him nuts. But I love it, and I'm just telling you right now, I'm glad Philip Vanderpool and Larry McCoy educated me on that 3 or 4 years ago because my deer seasons have been phenomenal since I started doing that. It's a great way to keep an inventory on your deer, see what the antler development's like, and I get it. You're always going to have deer that are not residential deer during the rut coming in and out of your farm. That's just the way it is. I mean, you could draw a buck from 2 miles away. You never know what's going to zip in and out. But it's nice to see what's running around the farm, right? So I have to pull my cameras to update the Moultrie camera system right over there. So update right over their cell system. I don't know anything about Moultrie, Kenny. I've been using Tacticam now for 3 or 4 years, but I can't help you on the Moultrie stuff. So just have to do what they say to do on that one. So I like my reveal. Like I can actually take a picture if I just want to take a static picture or a video of what's going on. Run cameras 365. Rob, why are you running your cameras around? They didn't do nothing to you. Have you seen that thing on Facebook where the deer are out in the field and there's turkeys and the deer sitting there going, "Hey, what's your name? What's your name?" And the turkey goes, "Trent." And I can't say what else it says.
Yeah.
And it goes, "Hey, Tony! Yeah, same bleep back at you, Tony. My name's Robert." It's silly, but it's funny. I think it's funny. Got 5 Tactican reveals. Rob Sittner. Hey, Rob, I'm sorry. It doesn't take a lot to amuse me anymore, but I just think that's funny. What's your name, Tony? Yeah. What's your name? Uh-oh. Mike, I just got a Norlander suit sock purchase. All right, Mike, you're in the boots, buddy. I'm putting you in. So what did I say? We needed 3. So or 4? What did I say? I can't remember. 4. So we need 3 people now. All right, tell Mikey you're in, man. That's awesome. See how easy that was? He's in the drawing. If I get 3 more people today or tomorrow, I'll draw for a pair of boots, and I just think that's a great contest. I really do. All right, I'm going to move message to boots. There you go. Mike, you're in the drawing, buddy. All taken care of. What's your name, Tony? Some of that stuff on Facebook and Instagram it cracks me up, man.
I love it.
Yeah. What? It just doesn't take much to amuse me anymore. I couldn't get their site to recognize Dan15 as a code. Did you put it in the coupon code, Jim? It's working. It worked for me yesterday. Are you sure you're on NorlanderSocks.com, Jim? We named our roosters after Tony and Ezekiel. That's it, Aaron. Tony and Ezekiel. That's the thing. Jim, if you have problems, just call Tanya on Monday. Okay, Jim, call Norlander Socks Monday or Tuesday or whatever during their business hours and talk to Tanya and tell them you couldn't get that code to work for some reason, and they'll take care of you, buddy. Okay? They're really good customer service. So they'll make sure you get it. It's only good for one. You can only use it one time. We had Dan 20 before, so if you use Dan 20, that's why they changed it to Dan 15. Code colors of Norlander is 20% off. Ooh, look at that. Aaron says code colors is 20% off. I'd use that, Jim. Aaron says 20% off. That's 5% more. See what I did there, Andrew? I went from 15 to 20. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, Aaron. All right. Norlander socks are great, and the heavyweights will work great fall fishing. And Mike, I'm telling you, they're great socks. I got a break. Andrew's throwing a fit. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. What's your name? Tony. You love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field. What's your name? Then you need to check out Live Action. My name's Ezekiel. Guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Live Action decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with a Dave Smith gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system. Yeah, 59 years old. Don't take much to amuse me anymore. Side to side and even walk that tom up and back while it's on the platform. Live action decoys are so amazingly lifelike, though. They're going to fool even the weariest old boss tom you got running around in the woods. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old U.S. of A. Fishing reports. For more information about live action decoys, please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815 20% off. That's a great deal. 1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're going to help you be more successful in the field this year.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true.
What are old Hank's been? I ain't seen Hank this morning. Revelton's got that. They got that new rye whiskey barrel number 2.
It's amazing.
If it's not out already, it might have sold out already. That rye's awesome. Have you got that yet?
I wanted to, but I haven't got the chance to get up there.
Well, you just get in the car and drive down.
American Gin or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day.
Southbound, man. 35 South. First Osceola exit. Right there.
1800 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery 5
Get you a whiskey sour sour or an old fashioned?
Or
drink it on the, just drink it.
Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery.
It's got a good
If it's
taste,
time
boy,
to
I tell you.
celebrate or just time to sit back.
Larry
and
Mack can't
unwind,
wait to get
well,
that one.
Then it's time for a Revelton moment.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant?
That
in
needs to
Milwaukee?
be
There's
pulled.
more than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few. Central Standard Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50. The shakes are just like Mom and Dad had back in their day, cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard Restaurant features shakes like birthday cake, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews, you'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much, it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry-out is always available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222 Southeast University in Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere. Central Standard Restaurant, the perfect place to fill your tank when you're hungry.
Hey, Larry Mack.
Morning,
what is
Rocco.
going on over
What's
at
up,
Scott
buddy?
Archery, man? Social media is hey, I got it, Rocco. I got it on firm commitment next year in Pennsylvania for the big Respect the Game turkey hunt. That Todd Rupert is buying steaks and potatoes, steak and potatoes.
So for extra grip, said also with the close.
Might be bringing a hunter with us too. Might be giving away a hunt on that.
Second, let's go to
who wants to go to Pennsylvania turkey hunt?
Release is a double sear release. It also comes with a forward trigger, so you get two triggers. You get a forward trigger.
Man,
and
it just seems like for a long time away, doesn't it?
The Select is a back tension offering that has grooves in the handle to eliminate any slipping.
Larry left a pair of socks in your camper. You're putting them on eBay.
Shot to break whenever you want.
Man, that's awesome. Larry McCoy socks on eBay going up. Check these out if you want more information. Yeah, they'll probably get you $5.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used.
That's all right. He buys bigger ones next year. He told me he was buying big old porterhouse ones, Rocco.
Utility carts as well. We've got a number of pre-owned golf carts in all types of price ranges. Available with fancy wheels, stereo. We've got it here at Speed's Golf Cars. Let the folks at Speed's handle your golf cart needs. Check out
it took 2 days to get potatoes. I think we need to work on Todd on management of his groceries.
Your family's financial future is
I heard that there's going to be a whole case of Helltown beer and steaks, potatoes, and you were doing all the cooking, Steve. That's what I was told.
Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company.
Who was going up to Black Hawk Lake?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Somebody was going up to Black Hawk Lake.
Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
John's going up to Black Hawk Lake. All right, sorry about that. I was trying to see who was going up to Black Hawk Lake. I was listening to the show. John, you're going up to Black Hawk Lake. I got a fishing report for you. Water temperatures in the mid-60s. Anglers are picking up fish in Town Bay along the shore near the Ice House Point. Crappie bite's good. Small jigs near the marina is producing some good fish. Sorting needed. Channel catfish bite is fair. The wallies are good. Yellow perch are fair. There you go, John. Personalized fishing report just for you, John. Brushy Creek, water temperatures in the 60s. Crappies are fair. Largemouth are fair. Wallies are fair. A few fish are being parted in the mid-20 range. That's a nice wally. North Twin Lake, water clarity is about 4 feet. Black crappie bite is fair. Small jigs or minnows and a jig under a bobber along the shore or docks producing crappies. Largemouth bass is good. Muskies are fair. Walleyes are good. Storm Lake, water clarity is about 4 feet. Wallies between 19 and 25 inches must be immediate released unharmed at Storm Lake. Crappie bite is fair. Jig and a minnow combination producing a good bite. Wallies slow. Use live bait or twisters from the shore in the evenings. That's the best bite. Yellow bass is fair. Yellow perch are slow. You're welcome, John. Good luck. Hope you get a bunch of them, buddy. Wow, Clear Lake. What Andrew? I'm going to buy another boat.
Damn.
I know.
Come on.
I got to thinking about this. Because I had that cancer surgery. What was that 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago.
Just about.
And the guy scared the hell out of me. So he goes, "You got to limit your time in the sun." Blah blah blah. And I have been. I sold my boat. I sold it to Hilly so he could take Connie fishing. That boat had everything I could ever want in a boat.
Yeah.
And it just bugs me that I can't. I don't have. I mean, I could go shore fish, but I don't want to do that. I could buy a kayak, which is fine, but I really miss my lung. And I'm going up to Winnie in June, right? So I talked to Jenny. I said, Jen, I'm going to be 60 next year. How about if I just save up and I'm going to buy, can I buy one more boat? And, first off, before I finish the story, I need to say congratulations to my wife. My wife finished first in her training class at Mid-American Energy.
All right.
Jenny's number one. She's number one. She's number one. She was so stressed out, worried about, because you got to take all these tests. And, I mean, there's a lot that goes into that job. Well, I told her, I said, Jen, you're one of the smartest people I know. You married me. And yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I get the old eye roll when I tell her that. But, no, I'm serious. My wife is a very smart woman. And she finished first. I was very proud of her for that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she got an atta girl from work. I thought that was nice. So I said, Jen, listen. How about I'll just get some fishing shirts that have that sunblock stuff in it, and I'll make sure I just wear a lot of sunscreen and stuff on my face, because I never want to have that reconstructive surgery and stuff on my neck. That was worse than my shoulder surgery. That was horrible. Morning, Tom. So she goes, okay. So I said, I'll take precautions, but I don't want to sit here and not fish because something might happen.
Yeah.
So I said, dang gummit, and it didn't help. I was watching Grumpy Old Men again. It's like, I want my grumpy old man boat back.
Do it.
Yeah. So I called Ray's Marine up in Grand Rivers, Minnesota. It's Grand Rapids, actually. I always call it Grand Rivers. Grand Rapids.
I'm sure they appreciate that.
Well, that's all right. And Eric's the general manager up there. And I said, Eric, what's your name? He goes, is this outdoors, Dan? I said, Eric, I need another boat. He goes, what? I go, I need another boat. He goes, I'm out. I'm sold out. I said, can we order one for next year? He goes, yep. I said, well, we're going to work on that. So I said, when I come up there in June, morning, Tony. Poor woman. Shut up, Tony. So, Tony, you're banned for 30 days. No trivia.
Oh, Tony.
Slam me, will ya?
Keep calling in.
Yeah, slam me, buddy. You want to pick on Andrew? That's fine. Don't be slamming me, boy.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah. So, anyway, I got one kind of on order. I got to figure it out. But, yeah, I'm going to get me another boat next year.
All right. Do it.
I am doing it. You only live once, man.
That is true.
And I'm sorry. I told Larry and the guys, I'm only going to be able to do the TV show for another 3 or 4 years, and then I'm going to be too old to do it. I got to have something to do.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. Absolutely. All right, I'll finish the fishing reports when we come back. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Scroll!
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're
Good morning, Steely Jeff.
Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk hunting, chasing moose or whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing in sub-zero weather, Itasca footwear will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for in footwear so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca footwear, trusted by millions of customers at most major and family-owned retails. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.itascabrands.com. Itasca Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find
I got your boot order, Kenny. Thank you. You're in. I got you in the contest.
Just helping with
That'd be sweet, man. I could draw a pair of boots this week.
We offer a family-friendly, straightforward
I
approach
love
to
giving
helping
that stuff
you to
away,
get through
man.
the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life.
Jim,
515.
I just saw Kenny's order, and that Dan 15 code worked for him. I don't know what's going on with. You sure you're at NorlanderSocks.com, buddy?
We are here to help you.
I'm just asking.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 13.
Because there's another sock company called Alpaca. Don't go to that. Go to Norlander Socks.
Radio group station.
I know that can be confusing sometimes.
Trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the
Hey,
industry. The
what's
new
your name?
Tacticam will change the way you scout for
Tony.
Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most
Love you,
affordable
Tony.
cellular camera on the market.
I love
As
you,
know,
Tony.
You educate your game and leave your scent when checking
Kiss
cameras.
my ear.
With Reveal, those issues are
What's your name?
You can receive pictures
Ezekiel.
right to your app.
Say it back out to Tony or Ezekiel.
Offers half-second trigger speeds. Detects game from up to 96
It's the
feet
stupid
away.
stuff that makes life bearable, isn't it?
Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera and cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more.
I don't want to come back here.
Starting
Too
as
early.
low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas,
Yeah,
and
DAN15.
helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, Tony, Dan likes them socks. Yes, I do like those socks. Oh, my wife's calling. Here, hang on. Good morning, dear. How you doing? I just told everybody you were #1.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, did you hear? Were you listening? Yeah. Well, here, let me put you on speaker. Tell everybody hi.
Hello.
There. See, that's the wife. That's the first time she's been on the show.
Well, congrats.
And then I told everybody how when we first got married, you opened the refrigerator and said, "Why is there pee in the refrigerator?"
Yes, I will never forget that, Daniel. And you know I don't want to be on the air, so I'm going to hang up now.
Oh, all right. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Goodbye.
Hey, what's your name? She hung up on me. Did you see that? She hung up on me. That's just mean. Is that mean? Hanging up on me like that. On the air, even.
Dog.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That was good.
Shut up, Andrew.
That was funny.
All right, did I do Clear Lake yet? Crappie bite's good at Clear Lake. Channel catfish is fair. Largemouth bass are fair. Wallies are good. Yellow bass are good. Crystal Lake, water temperature is in the 60s. All right, I'm going to do a trivia contest. I'll give you your choice of the gun cleaning kit or the Cookies Barbecue Grill Pack. 244-1350. 244-1350. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. Andrew's over there just twiddling his thumbs. Rick, what's up, mailman? Rick says, way to go. Are you saying way to go to my wife for hanging up on me, Rick? Is that what you're saying? I always thought you were a nice guy, Rick. Picking on me like that. 244-1350. Rice Lake walleyes are fair. Best bite after sunset. Yellow perch are slow. You know, they call that the Dracula bite. Good evening. It's good in the evening.
Good in the evening.
Yeah. Water temperatures in the low 60s at Silver Lake. Largemouth bass bite is good. Yellow perch are slow. Winnebago Lake river water level is at 7.9 feet.
Can I get your name quick?
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. I'm just for that. I'm not going to buy any stamps this year. How about that, Mister? I like Rick. Rick's always nice. He waves at me when he's driving the church bus and I drive past him. What'd you do? Hang up on somebody?
They hung up on me.
Well, I don't blame them, as rude as you are.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Rathbun, current lake level is at 904. Recreational pool, 904. MSL, whatever that means. Courtesy docks are in. Crappie bite is good. Jig and minnow combinations around structure. Water temperatures in the low 60s. Walleye bite is good. Walleye are 15-inch minimum length limit at walleye at Rathbun. All walleyes measuring less than 15 must be immediately released. Red Hawk Lake, bluegill bite, no report. How about that? No report. How can there be no report? They got to be biting. Yeah. Ada Hayden, the rainbow trout were recently stocked. They're biting. Big Creek, crappie bite's good. I like Big Creek. You ever been to Big Creek? Yeah, you need to go. It's nice. Crappie bite's good. Walleye bite's good. Catching walleyes, jigging twister tail, swim baits, minnows, leeches, and trolling. Live bait rigs with minnows or leeches. Concentrate on the upper half of the lake in 10 to 25 feet of water. Don Williams Lake, black crappie bite is fair. If I get a boat, I'm going to do that next time I get on the water. Hey, what's your name? I'll get run off the lake.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, not the run off the lake part, but
no. Oh, I'm sure they'd run me off the lake. Either that or I'd be. Either they give me the fin.
But you just have to substitute a few words.
Yeah, I don't know.
Love you.
Oh man, black crappie bite on Don Williams is good. Well, good morning, hey Gary. What's the fishing report on Lake Winnie today, Gary Pack? Come on, let me have it. I told everybody fishing's on fire up there. He emails me every day or texts me. Wish you were here, showing me pictures of all these wallies and stuff. Thanks, Gary. Rub it in. And I did not draw my Minnesota bear tag. Can you believe that? I had 3 points, and I did not draw. Or I got 3 points. Maybe it's I got 3 points. It's ridiculous. There's more yogis running around up there than they know what to do with. Open the border, people. Let some hunters up there. 3 Mile, the walleye are slow. Jigs, crankbaits along the fish mounds, catching all sides of walleyes. 12 Mile Creek Lake, crappie bite's good. Jigs along the rocky shoreline areas to catch all sides of the crappie. Gary, where's my fishing report, Gary? I bet you he's fishing. He's probably watching me fishing. I don't know. I wonder if Chad's up. I wonder if he's out fishing.
Probably.
Here, let's call him real quick.
Oh, yeah, this will be good.
And let's do the little Outdoors Dan Ambush call. Did we not get a trivia person?
No, not yet.
All right, hey, I got trivia, 244-1350. Good morning, Skippy Peterson. How you doing, pal? Oh, wait a minute. Fantastic. They're jumping in the boat. Winnie is hot. Come on up. Damn. I need to go fishing, man. Oh, I'm telling you, that's the only downside is doing the Outdoor Call radio app. I'm doing 5-6 radio shows a week now. It's hard for me here. Call that, Andrew. It's hard for me to get away. Man, I could be putting some walleyes in the freezer right now, man. Let's see. Jones Brothers Taxidermy, 515-249-4362. Are you giving away another Bojangle Baits gift card? No, Steve. I'm not giving away. I'm giving away a Cookies Barbecue Grill Pack, a bottle of Western barbecue sauce, and a jar of flavor enhancer, or a gun cleaning kit from JLM Guns. That's what I'm giving away today. Skippy, what are you doing today? Oh, Skippy Peterson. He owns Gearhead Archery. He's a big shot. Yeah. Oh, let me see that. Thank you. You gonna get him on the phone, Nancy?
I'll do my best.
Come on, Nancy. What's your name, Nancy? Go get the bear, Dan. Well, Tony, I can't go up there unless I have a bear tag, Tony. That they frown upon that. Setting up the new shop in Madison. Are you in Wisconsin, bud? You up in Madison? Are you opening a new store in Madison? Skippy's opening a store. Wow. Wisconsin. Good old Wisconsin. The only thing better in Wisconsin is my friends at Advanced Family Dentistry. That's right. 209. Remember that number, 209. That's how many times I've been to Advanced Family Dentistry. Seems like it anyway. They are located over at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. They have a phone number of 515-964-1490. He's probably fishing. You will find Dr. Brandt, Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Scott Yagi, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Williams, and all the fine folks at Advanced Family Dentistry right there. They provide excellent care for cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, and other gentle dentistry. Skippy said he's opening a new shop. All right, way to go, Skippy.
I certainly.
If you are in need of a new dentist or you're just new to the area and you're looking for a good family dentist, I urge you to try Advanced Family Dentistry. They've been helping people for a long time. That is my place to go, and there's a reason why, because they use the Force to take care of me. They're Jedi dentists, especially Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, and he will make sure that you are pain-free as possible. When you leave... Yeah. Oh, God. Here we go. When you leave, they should be saying, "May the floss be with you." 24 feet of water, Blue Jig, North Shore, Stony Point, and Mallard are doing great. There you go. There you go. Gary Peck, fishing report for Lake Winnebagash.
Oh, do it. He's staring at me now. We got it. We gotta get you.
I'm trying to do a show, and Andrew's over there having another conversation.
All right.
I know it's Larry. You've already said it's Larry. Yeah, what's up, McCoy?
Oh, no, I was just calling to talk to Andrew.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you...
What do you do? Me and Andrew, we're texting back and forth. Had a call follow up on some things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm limited at my things that I can say to you because you are kind of my boss. Hey, you left a pair of socks up at Rocco's camper. He's putting them on eBay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Larry McCoy socks, $5.
Yeah. Yep. He better decrush them.
Well, were they Norlander socks?
Actually, those were probably Norlander socks, yes.
I can't believe you left a fine pair of Norlander socks in Pennsylvania. How dare you?
It was kind of like a scavenger hunt. I was waiting to see how long Rocco would see. And once he puts them on his feet, trust me, they will not be on eBay.
Yeah. Well, if I know Rocco, he's probably already wearing them around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. You woke up real early and had swim lessons this morning, didn't you? Down to why?
Why is that?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Andrew.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, Curly. You wait.
Yeah.
Retribution is at hand.
Yep. I'll tell you what. I heard you saying you're ready to go fishing, so I was like, I'm going to chime in. I got to call him.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm from fishing.
I haven't seen any fishing pictures out of you lately.
No, you're right. I've been. It's been pretty eventful this spring. So yeah, I'm itching and twitching to get out there. That's for sure.
I mean, this time of the year, usually you got 50, 60 crappie in the freezer.
Oh, they don't last that long. I mean, usually they're swimming in Crisco before they get to the freezer. In a lot of cases, so
yeah.
But,
well, I think Gary Larry or Larry Gary or whatever his name is going up to Minnesota with me. Gary Peck says 24 feet of water, Blue Jigs, North Shore of Stony Point and Mallard are doing great. The fish are jumping in the boat.
Perfect.
So
yeah.
Gary said if we get up there on the 17th, we're going to hit it just right. The jig bite's going to be awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't get my Twitter and walleye crowd. I like it all, but I'm ready to get out there in the water regardless. So.
Well, I'm sure you're going to go fishing in Kansas when you're down there with Hilly, aren't you?
I may if we have time.
Yeah.
I called him we're going to restring a bow, and have all kinds of fun while we're out there. Yeah, I'm going to go up to Triple H next week, talk to C. Hilly and all them, and wind down turkey season and talk about the next year.
So you're going. Where are you going bear hunting at? Are you going to Manitoba?
Yeah, Bear Track Outfitters.
Well, don't you fish? Don't you go fishing up there too?
In Saskatchewan, where we went, yes, we do fish up at Cree Lake. It's it's a world class operation up there. We have caught. I enjoy the fishing. I mean, just as much as I'm more into bear hunting. To be honest with you, it's that good. But and you're constantly doing something when it comes to, when you wake up in the morning, you're going fishing. You're eating breakfast, saying hi, drinking your coffee, whatever, and you're going fishing. You come back in, lunch, you can have a short lunch, and then you go out because it don't get dark up there till midnight.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of daylight in your hands to fish and have some fun. But we're going to Manitoba Bear Track. Actually, the guys from Small Town Hunting was kind enough to invite me to go with them. So that's kind of how that all came about. And Brandon up there, I've watched some of Small Town hunts up there. I've never personally been there, but I'm excited to go. I mean, he seems like a great guy, and he runs a pretty tight ship. So I'm pretty excited to get up there.
Are you? Since you were kind enough to call in and give me crap this morning, tell everybody about those new the new truck sights.
The vertical series.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. It's a concept. It's not a new concept by any means, but it's new to CBE. But it was a cool way to bring all of the cool features of the Trek series of sights to basically a different sight picture. So vertical series means that all your pins. It's going to appear you have a single pin, but you're going to have pins that stack up and down on what looks like one pin.
Yeah.
We do have a V3, which is 3 pins, but the pins are in line with one another, and so they're going to be stacked, on top of each other. With the V3 side, the middle pin is stationary, and you can move and sight in the top and the bottom pin, and then it's also on the track, so you can put whatever yardage scale you want on there and sight it in out to 100, and you could use your middle pin, top pin, or bottom pin if you want it as your moving sight. The V2 series it's one pin with 2 fibers, and on the indicator on the wheel, your yardage gap is prefigured on there. So on the wheel, so when you find your tape, say the top fiber is going to be 20 yards, and the bottom fiber is going to be 40 yards on how you sight in. Whenever you wheel down, you're going to both your needles are going to be should be accurate all the way out to 100 yards.
Yeah,
so
and you're using a 3-pin, aren't you?
Yeah. I have a 3-pin. Yeah, on one. I like them both. I mean, for the average whitetail guy, I mean the V2 series is pretty slick. It's a little bit, it's you got to get used to it. The sight picture is different. You got to kind of know your bow and setup, but unfortunately, you kind of learn your setup a little bit too. But for whitetail hunting, man, I can see it being really, really a good sight. I'm actually probably going to use that V2 in the whitetail woods.
Yeah, you're not going to use. Or you're not going to. What are you using on your bear hunt?
I've got the V3 already on my bow, so that's what I've got. That's what I'm probably going to shoot on the bear hunt. Not that I really need 3 pins.
Yeah.
But it's already on my bow and ready to go.
Yeah. What broadhead are you going to use?
Well.
You going to torch them? You going to torch them? You going to use an assailant? What are you doing?
I will most likely use one of those 2 heads with the opportunity of possibly using a head that's coming.
Oh, you're prototyping.
Yep. We have some heads coming this fall. I've been testing them throughout this week. It's been really, really impressed with the way they fly out of distance, especially. This head's going to be, I feel like it's going to catch the attention of that guy that likes, a cut-on contact design, and so I'm more of a fixed design, but they fly absolutely awesome.
Great. Hey, Mark Jenkins. Jacob Pike, what's going on, buddy? Mark said he's going to be up. He'll be up there on the 11th, Larry, and he said if we're going to come up a day or two early, we can stay with him. He said he'll be up there for 2 weeks, so we got two opportunities to fish if you go with me.
Well, I'll rip them lips,
Yeah.
Yep.
And he said by the 17th, the leech bite's going to be really good too.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So thanks,
like
Mark.
I said, yeah, appreciate that very much. We, like I said, I'm a super pumped up. I've been jonesing from fishing, and as you know, like you stated, I'm on the water just about as much as I can. But everything else is kind of caught up, and I'm kind of running behind. Actually, I've got some mowing and some food plot prep and stuff I got to try to get done as well before the heat of the summer gets here.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for calling in, Curly. I always appreciate you.
You betcha. You asked, I told Andrew to ask you for some of those moves from the cha-cha and the tango.
Well, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to ask him again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
yeah.
Lucille said you got some good ones.
Yeah. Tell everybody where they can find you, Curly.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, pretty much, or you can watch us Respect Again TV. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. on Sportsman Channel, or make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I was just gonna say, don't make sure you get on YouTube and check it out there.
For sure.
Yep. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate you.
Yep. We'll see you.
There he goes, my little buddy Larry McCoy. Good, fine fella right there. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Thanks, Mark. We'll try and see if we can do that, bud. I want to get up there and put some fish in the cooler, man.
Archery Field and Sports has been helping
and the crappies, man. You talk about frisbee-sized crappies. They got great crappies up there too.
Carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus
Larry
all
Mack.
the top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques, and are experts at personally fitting you to the
Morning, John. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
That will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the upcoming seasons. That'll help you fill your
So Sportsman's is sending a $300 gift card to give away at the iCubs thing in the fall. I should have that here in a couple days.
For more information, go to archeryfield.com.
Really? Mark said the water's low. With all that snow they had up there, Mark? That's crazy. And Grizzly's sending a 75-quart cooler to give away at the iCubs deal in the fall. So we got that, and we'll probably give away an Elite Bow, too. Like we did last year. Right, Andrew? I just got to find out the date.
The sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp Knife and Tool Sharpener does
Yeah,
this
it's a
with
trickle to the look.
sharpening guides.
Little Winnie too, Mark? I thought Big Winnie was full. Little Winnie's still low?
Knife and Tool Sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away.
John said he's going up to Maine to wrap up turkey season. Good luck, John.
Consider checking out one of the Work Sharp Knife and Tool Sharpeners, or the Work Sharp
That's awesome.
Field Sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at WorkSharpTools.com. That's WorkSharpTools.com.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If
You can't launch at the river? Wow.
Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game.
Man, Minnesota got hammered with snow. I can't believe that the water is low up there. That's where we got all our flooding, was all that snow melted from Minnesota.
Than a bag of ice, and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Packs. They will keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Hey students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University has a shooting sports program that, if you qualify, will give
Thank
you
you,
a
Jim.
guaranteed rate for your whole education. While
Wildfire alert is high too.
Cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size.
Well, I know that we had flooding from Minnesota, Mark. That's crazy, man.
So if you're looking to advance your education,
I love Little Winnie. Little Winnie is right next to the Big Winnie, and there's like a little river that comes in between them. And when I first went up there, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, however it was, Gary took me fishing up on Little Winnie. And we'd get into the river right there by the dam, and we'd float down the river. And about, I don't know, 300-400 yards before we got into Little Winnie, we just drift. Man, we were just smoking the walleye right there, just and the sauger too. It was awesome. It's so beautiful there. It's just really pretty. I love it up there.
To any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and
There's some places I've been that are really beautiful. Montana, Colorado. I love being up in the elk country in Colorado. I mean, that's beautiful, and it's in a different way. But I could sit up there every year and it's just awesome. But that upper Minnesota on the water is just so pristine. It's awesome. I don't want to go. Opener was very good, but was tough to get on the lake. I heard it was busy, Mark.
Check out FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great video action.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We got trivia, 244-1350, 244-1350. Just make sure you haven't won anything on the show in the last 30 days. Got your choice of a Cookies barbecue grill pack or a really nice gun cleaning kit from courtesy of the fine folks at JLM Guns. It's pretty easy today. I had to make you work for it last week because we gave away a $50 gift card, but it'd be pretty easy today. Yeah. I might even just ask you, like, what's their name? Is it Tony? Or is it Ezekiel? I'm sorry. I think it's funny.
But I've seen that taken in like so many different ways too.
Yeah.
That very interaction.
Yeah. Yeah. And they got one going on. It's like, hey, Mom, can we have meatloaf? Have you seen that one?
I haven't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's off a movie or something. Mom, can we have... And they got like roosters saying it. Mom, can we have meatloaf? I don't know what movie that's from, but...
Step Brothers.
That's from Step Brothers? Yeah. I still haven't seen that.
Or, no, that's not Step Brothers. Wedding Crashers. With,
no, it's got Will Ferrell.
Wilson. Will Ferrell.
I think this one... Will Ferrell wasn't in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, he was when Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn's character, they split up for a bit, and then Owen Wilson's character just roams about, finds Will Ferrell's character, and
wasn't Adam Sandler in that?
No, instead of crashing weddings, they crash funerals.
What?
Yeah, Will Ferrell's character crashes the funerals, and so the first time he meets him, he's at his mom's house. And that's where he goes.
Have you ever crashed a wedding?
I mean,
we used to do that all the time in the 80s.
Yeah,
a
couple, I believe.
Yeah, because here's what we would do. You know, we were like 19, 20, 21 years old, and this was right before I went in the military. And we'd go get a card if we knew somebody that was getting married, but we weren't necessarily invited. We just go get a card, 3 or 4 of us, and we'd put like $25 in there, and we go eat and drink, have some drafts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was a different time back then in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
Our coach used to buy us beer after a game. I mean, they'd be in jail for doing that now.
They should have been in jail for doing it then.
Not in the early 80s. I mean, there was a tavern on every corner back home, and this was... we used to have meat shoots at the church on Sundays, and you don't even know what that is.
No.
So here's what they do. You'd have like 10 or 12 shotgun targets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you pay $5, and they give you a shotgun shell, and you go stand on a line, and then when everybody was ready, you would shoot at the target, and then the closest BB to the center X of that card would win a ham or a turkey. Or that's why they called it a meat shoot. But they had draft beer and brats and stuff, and they never carded you.
Thank the Lord.
I'm telling you, it's just different times back in early 80s, man.
I tell you what.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's just different times.
Yeah. By the way, anybody who's calling in that somebody dropped before I got to answer, so
244-1350, 244-13. Call back. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. Yeah. Yep.
Well, Smoking Joe will be coming on at some point here soon.
We haven't talked to Joe in a while. He's been off.
Which I've graciously recorded some of those, and those impersonations, I guess. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Boy, you've done good in his stead.
I wouldn't say I did good.
You made us laugh.
I should just go out to the car lot over at Carl Chevrolet and just stand by the door and say, "Hey,
what's your name?
What's your name? Do you want to see a truck?" They'd escort me off the lot pretty quick.
And you'd say, "Hey, ask me my name."
Yeah, I just went up there and got an oil change. They love Raven, man. They are so nice up there. They love Raven. I'm telling you. Just crazy. All right.
Yeah, can I get your name?
Hoyt, what's going on, Hoyt? How you doing, Hoyt? Hoyt's doing all right.
Get your number just in case.
Let's see. I'm waiting on Andrew. I know we got to take a break, and then we'll have Smoking Joe Smelter on. Have you seen that new Colorado? That new Colorado's pretty nice. Oh. I don't know what we're going to do for fall hunts yet.
Jerry Johnson.
Let's go see what Jerry's up to. Morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing great today. Nice, lovely day outside. Going to go down and check the trail cameras here pretty quick.
Hey, there you go. You're running cameras already?
Well, I keep them out year round just to see what's running around.
I don't blame you. You're diehard, man.
Yeah.
You want to shoot for that Cookies barbecue grill pack or the gun cleaning kit?
Gun cleaning kit.
Jerry, what famous cartoon duel was a cat and a mouse?
Cat and Tom and Jerry.
Ding, ding, ding. Could I made it any easier, Jerry?
You could have, but that was pretty easy.
I was going to say, Jerry, what's your name?
Well, I thought you was going to ask me about how many times you've been to the dentist. I was going to say 209.
209. Hey, Jerry, that's awesome, man. You're on it this morning.
I listened to you.
Oh, that's really nice. Well, all right, man. You got here. Just anytime during normal business hours. Andrew's going to call you back after the show. But you can come down here and get your kit.
Okay.
Thank you for listening, buddy. Good luck on your camera.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate you. All right, we'll be right back with Smoking Joe Smelter on 1350 ESPN. That was super easy. Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all the way? Well, to suffer. You can get help to relax. Have you heard of Emperor One? Emperor One is a US-based company that's helping every day. I've been using the Emperor One CBD lotion and salve on my knee and back, and I have seen incredible results in pain relief. It's also
turn that up a little. I can't hear it.
Other medications that can cause me stomach issues to get relief. Emperor One offers lotions, drops, gummies, and other CBD products.
Turn that up. What's your name?
These products are totally natural and are not habit forming.
Jeff, were they not? They were totally different in the. Jeff is from where I'm from. He knows what I'm talking about.
Pain relief or reduce your daily stress. Please go check
those
out
little meat shoots at the church were. That was something. That was you couldn't. I don't even know. Do they still do that, Jeff, at the church? Probably not.
When you're getting ready to outfit your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in Ankeny that's your one-stop outdoor shop.
That's Sportsman's Warehouse. The Sportsman's Warehouse has everything you need from fishing, hunting, firearms, and camping gear that will make any outdoor trip a success. Sportsman's Warehouse carries nationally known brands that have been tried and proven in the field and on the water. Smokers and grills that will cook all your meat easy to prepare. Kayaks and boat gear are also on hand to help you find more fish when you go wet alive. Sportsman's Warehouse has all the footwear and clothing choices at great prices that will make sure you are outdoors in comfort.
Man,
and
I'm
style.
hungry for some
If you're traveling,
skillet.
you can
Get a cast iron skillet. Get some Crisco. Throw that in there. Get your fish fillets all breaded.
Make sure that you check out Sportsman's Warehouse.
Get your potatoes and your onions peeled. Throw that in the skillet. Get your potatoes and onions cooked, your fried potatoes and onions. And throw them fish fillets in that other skillet full of hot Crisco. That nice golden brown. Oh. And then a can of beans on the fire. What a great shore lunch. If you have not ever had a shore lunch, you need to do that once in your life. It's the best, one of the best meals you'll ever have. Fresh caught walleye right off the lake. Oh, good stuff.
To all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State.
Morning, Richard.
And pop to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact.
That sounds like that's speeded up too.
262-3243 or go online.
Hey, don't let me forget. I got to go pick up 4 boxes from Lotta Pop to give away. Don't let me forget about that. Lotta Pop. Yeah, remind me next week.
Folks love to chase after the tasty crush. And the folks
You're going to start writing stuff down.
are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip. Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them, PureCrappie.com has the bait.
You fishing, Richard? Richard!
So before you head to your favorite
What you doing, Richard? Are you fishing? He's fishing. I bet you he's fishing.
They will help you catch more fish.
He got in some crappie the other night. He had some nice crappie.
Scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm.
He's working in the shower.
Fixation and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than
Not
scents.
answering?
It's a community of
He told me he was going to be on.
Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel,
Got you,
field
Jeffy.
staff opportunities, and family. Want to be
They used
more
to do that out in Krakow, Jeff. At the Catholic Church out in Krakow, they used to have that meat shirt out there.
Pure Whitetail family today.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's
And
even
then
more
the
important
KCs used to do that
it's the
too.
right temperature and comfortable.
Knights of
Now
Columbus.
is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier
Yepper.
system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call
Yeah,
to
sorry,
Wyckoff
guys.
Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind.
Woke up at 3:30 and couldn't get back to sleep again. Crazy.
Hi guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Gonna take you for a ride in my brand new car.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old US of A. We're trying to reestablish communications with Joe Smeltzer over at Carl Chevrolet at The Rock. Apparently he must be with a customer because he told me he was going to be on today. He would have came on and said, "Hey Dan, how's it going today?" And I would have said, "Joe, I'm doing good. What are you doing?" "Well, I'm out here providing quality car knowledge and terms for people. Anybody comes out looking for a new car, truck, or just something newer, I can take care of you. Carl Chevrolet here at The Rock." Really? What do you now, Joe, when people come out to Carl Chevrolet at Orlable Road at The Rock, what are you doing? "Well, Dan, I just usually open the door and say, 'Hey, what's your name?'" Shut up, Andrew. "Have you seen that new Colorado? What's your name? I can get you one of those new Colorados. They got a built-in cooler. Come on down to The Rock." Hey, I'm sorry. If he's not going to be on the show, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You know? Jeez.
Oh, that was good. Oh,
no, I'm sure Munson's just dying right now. Yep, they got great inventory in stock. That new Colorado, man. I'm telling you what, I love my Z2. That new Colorado is spiffy. I'm telling you what, if I didn't have my Z2, I might be looking at that new Colorado. That Colorado's looking good. Joe's got a lot of good inventory in there, and I'm going to tell you something. I got to brag on their quick lane service. I went in there after the show last week, and was that after the show? It might have been. It was Sunday. I think I went in there Sunday. There was nobody there. I got right in. I mean, they had me in and out of there in 25 minutes. It was awesome. And I always take Raven with me because they love Raven. I roll down the back window, they come over and pat him and love on him, and he just sits there and wags his tail. And it's like Speed Racer, man. They rotate the tires, they change the oil, and bada bing, bada boom, you're out. It's good. So if you need a good place to get an oil change or tire rotation, go try Carl Chevrolet's quick lane service. It's really nice stuff. All right, Joe. Thanks, Joe. "No problem, Dan. I gotta go because I gotta see out what this guy's name is. Come out and see me, folks. Just ask for Joe Smeltzer."
yeah, just ask him what his name is.
"Yeah, what's your name?"
That's hilarious.
If I was a car salesman, I would be getting in so much trouble.
Yeah.
I'd be out there. I'd be sitting there going, I'd have a canned ham or something with me. "Would you like to buy this vehicle? This ham could be yours if you want to buy this vehicle. I will throw this ham on the deal." Yeah. 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 Maybe in the winter, I'd be getting some frozen turkeys out there, and hey, you come out here and see me at Carl Chevrolet. We're gonna bowl for turkeys for a discount. You get it. If you get a strike, I'm gonna take an extra 5% off your purchase. If you get a spare, extra 2%. If you get a gutter turkey, you can have the turkey. But nobody does that anymore. You ever notice that? Nobody does turkey bowls. That was big in the 90s. They used to do frozen turkey bowls. You remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
I wasn't buying cars in the 90s.
Well, it wasn't always just car dealers. I mean, people in department stores, they'd have like a turkey bowl special, or it was a 90s thing.
I remember back when even like McDonald's or Pizza Hut did this a lot. Like once CDs became a thing, you'd get demo video games, or you get these toys that have multiple parts to it, and that would be worth quite a bit. There's a lot that that back in the giveaways. You're right, were extensive. There was a lot more to it.
I can remember when I was a little kid that when you pulled into a gas station, the gas attendants would come out, check your oil, check your air and your tires, and my mom would have a stamp book. They would give gas stamps. And then if you got so many stamps, you could get like a toaster or like a drinkware set. This is back in the late 60s.
I
can remember. I honestly remember when gas was like 25 cents a gallon. Isn't that crazy?
Oh man,
25 cents a gallon. Because like when I was 12 or 13, I had mom and dad got me a Yamaha 80, and all I had to do was I had to do the chores to get the gas to ride my motorcycle. And I can remember, I think gas was like 35, 40 cents, 45 cents a gallon back then. I remember that stuff, man. I'm glad I grew up when I grew up. I really did. Because, you know, the worst thing you got, I was always in trouble in school. I admit it. I was always getting in trouble. But I had this one teacher. This guy was so mean. I hit his coffee mug, and I took the PA. You know how they hit, well, you're a teacher. You guys got PA systems in your school?
Yep.
Did you have the speaker box still in the classroom?
Yeah.
I took the lid, the cover off the speaker box, and I put his coffee mug in there. I got up on a chair and did that during break. He looked for 2 days for that mug. He never did find out it was me, but gosh, he was mean.
So justified.
Green stamps. Thanks, Rick. Green stamps. That's what they were. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I grew up when I grew up. I do. I feel sorry for my kids now, and our kids' kids, because I grew up in a great time. Great cartoons, great fishing. You know, squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting was good.
You ever, speaking of cartoons, just briefly, you ever look back at the cartoons and go, you know, they wouldn't make those nowadays?
Oh, no, because people get their feelings hurt.
Well, and also...
Even Scooby-Doo. They've changed Scooby-Doo. I'm not even going to get into it. But what they tried to do to Scooby-Doo, I about had a fit at home. I'm sorry. Captain Caveman, the Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner.
I mean, those
were good cartoons.
Yeah. Although in the 90s, they started to get a little weird.
Yeah, well.
You know, like...
I still think Scooby-Doo is my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, heck, Scooby-Doo is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey?
Hong Kong Phooey was funny.
Yeah. I remember, like, Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Quest.
Well, for us.
Well, Johnny Bravo, yeah. Johnny Quest was better.
I never watched Johnny Quest.
Well, that's because you were too young.
Johnny Bravo. That's what I...
yeah, that's
that, Cat Dog, which was another interesting
one. I have no idea who that is.
You know, there's just some cartoons in the 90s that people go, I don't know if they're okay.
Well, a lot of them weren't. You know,
like they just weren't all there.
I can't watch. Yeah, I won't get into it. Now, see, Jenny loves King of the Hill, and that there's two characters on that show just drive me nuts. I can't watch it because she says I remind her of Hank. She goes, "You're my Hank," and I said, "Well, thank you for the compliment." Good morning, Parker. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, that's...
And she loves Bob's Burgers. But I'm more of a Scooby-Doo guy. Yeah. You know who likes Scooby-Doo? Herman's Fine Jewelers. Because when you go to Herman's Fine Jewelers, it's like getting a Scooby snack. Because you're going to get rewarded for trying to go on a mission to find something that somebody's going to treasure. You know, there's no mystery there. They've been helping people for... You see what I just did there? Yeah. 35 years they've been helping people in central Iowa. And you don't need a van to go to Herman's. You can take whatever transportation you want. But I'm just telling you right now, they got diamonds and mountings, and they can do jewelry repair, custom jewelry. They can do it all at Herman's Fine Jewelers. You go tell Donnie and Frank, the outdoor guy, sent you. And if you got treasure that you just don't use anymore, if you're going to be buying a new boat like I am, I'm going to be saving up everything I can. Take your stuff over to Herman's, and you're going to be shocked how much you can get from somebody that actually cares about your business. That's the only place I'll go to buy jewelry in Iowa is Herman's Fine Jewelers. There you go. All right, I got to take this last big break. I still got this Cookies barbecue. I tell you what, if you could tell me what the cartoon lady in Hong Kong Phooey, I'll give you a hint. She was a policewoman. If you can give me her character's name, I'll give you this Cookies barbecue grill pack. That was a great time, you know. The little rickshaw. Ching, ching. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. 244-1350. 244-1350.
Hey, are you in the market
What
for a
was
new
the lady cop's name in Hong Kong Phooey?
new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure? Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo.
I got people watching, sitting there going, what is Hong Kong Phooey?
A full-service center ready for any repair that
Just one of the best cartoons ever made.
on-site to help you with all your financing needs.
He was a janitor during the day and a martial arts crime fighter at night. Hong Kong Phooey.
Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online.
I hear that train a-coming. It's coming round the bend. I ain't listening to Johnny Cash in a while.
Memories to last a lifetime.
Hey, America, when you barbecue. Can't believe Joe stood us up.
Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, getting rich, lots of fun. Hey,
No, Bill, and don't write answers on Facebook Messenger. No cheating. It was not Penny. She was a female policewoman. Well, cartoon.
Going fishing is something we look forward to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and longer casts, Trika has people talking. Trika rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive.
You're all right, Bill.
Design as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trika casting performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait in the strike zone longer. Trika knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on
Man, this show went quick today.
Trika rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no questions asked guarantee. Trika rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchase. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trika rods at Trika.com. That's TRIKA.com.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious.
What's your name? Dumb Bill. You're not dumb, Bill.
Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked.
Hey, anybody that knows what good deer pea is all right in my book, Bill.
Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like
it. Start your day with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
Trying to talk those guys into Pure Whitetail having a big shirt that says National Pea Day, June 1st.
Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan and Andrew on 1350 ESPN. Show went quick today.
Yeah.
I think we got Rick on the line. What's up, Rick?
Hey, Dan. How you doing this morning, man?
I'm good. How are you? You hear me? Rick?
Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. What's you got going?
On my speaker. I'm outside in front of my garage.
Yeah.
We can tell.
Yeah, we can tell you got a bad cell. Go find you a good cell signal.
Okay. Now, how about now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, we've established communication.
Okay. I've got a metal building right here.
Yeah, that doesn't work well.
No, it does.
Yeah. Yep. What you got for me, Rick?
I tried rosemary. I've never seen. Is that it?
Now, how would you know that if you've never seen that?
I have the internet.
Yeah, you Googled it, didn't you?
Google. I did.
Yeah.
I did. I remember my younger cousin was about 3 years older than me. He had a Hong Kong Phooey poster in his bedroom. And that's all I know about Hong Kong Phooey.
That's all right. Well, you have to go back on the Cartoon Network and watch it. It's a good cartoon. But yeah, that's it. Ding, ding, ding. You got it, man.
You'd ask Scooby-Doo, I'd have known it.
Do what?
You'd ask Scooby-Doo, I'd have known it right off the top of my head.
You want to test that? All right, buddy. Congratulations. Andrew will call you after the show.
I appreciate appreciate it, Dan. Take care, brother.
May the
Love
scoop.
socks.
Huh? Oh, aren't those? Hey, those Norlander socks rock.
Yeah, I've got a pair of them. I'm sticking back. My son's going back to California on Monday, and we're going to have a big dinner tomorrow night. I'm going to give him a parting gift.
Well, there you go. Well, that's a nice sock, man.
He's a hiking rock climbing guy, and he'll love those.
Oh, yeah, for pack boots and stuff, he'll absolutely love those things.
Yeah, he's an outdoors guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, appreciate it, brother. Have a great day.
You too, Rick. Thanks.
You did. Thank you, sir.
There he goes. There goes Rick. He Googled it. Now, see, I would have got him on the Scooby-Doo stuff, man. I would have got him.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You were about to tee off.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because here's what I would, all right, how did Scooby and Velma figure out who the ghost diver was?
Ghost diver.
How did they figure that one out? They followed the glowing footprints. Those meddling kids. That was actually one of my favorite Scooby-Doo episodes of all time.
There you go.
Yeah, what did Shaggy always try to eat in front of Scooby?
Scooby snacks?
Scooby snacks. Yeah. Yep. That was good stuff. All right. Man, I can't believe, well, just because Joe wasn't on today.
I know.
Like,
what do we do with the next 2 minutes?
All right, here's what we got going on all next week on the Outdoor Call Radio app. We got the Father's Day stuff. If you go to, I'm going to probably draw another winner for a pair of boots. The way it's going, I'll probably do that this weekend. So we'll start over for another 10. All right. And whoever doesn't win those Itasca hunting boots is going to get put into the Camprite camping package for that tent cot and that really nice mummy sleeping bag. So I'll do that. I could have gotten those. Rick. Yeah, right, Rick. Sure. Right, Rick. I believe you, Rick. So we'll do that. The fishing contest in Minnesota, that doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is listen to the Outdoor Call Radio app, download it on your iPhone or your Android or your iPad, and just listen. And the phrase of the week plays at least 6 times a day. Okay? So if you listen for an hour or so, you're going to hear some good shows, and you're going to get, all you got to do is email me the phrase at outdoorsdan@mac.com. Outdoorsdan@mac.com, and I'll put you in the drawing. Whoever wins that contest is going to get a 4-night, 3-day stay at the Pines Resort on Lake Winnebagosh. You're going to get a $300 Trica fishing rod, all carbon fishing rod. They're amazing. You're going to get a $200 gift card from Bojangle Baits. You're going to get a Grizzly cooler and a pair of Itasca hunting boots. That's a heck of a deal, folks. All you got to do is listen to the Outdoor Call Radio app. Download it for free. Go do it right now. So Monday through Friday is when that phrase plays, and it changes every week. Okay? All right. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. Respect the Game TV, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays on Sportsman's Channel and Pursuit. Jones Brothers Taxidermy, thanks to Dave and Harv, 249-4362. Other than that, God willing, we'll be back next Saturday. If you want to listen to the app, I'll be on Wednesday at 5 o'clock for the Wednesday Drive. Until then, be good to one another. We're all in it together. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye! Well, we did it, gang. We got through it. Another show in the books. Let me know if you need anything. Sock it up if you can. Get 2 more people, and I'll draw a pair of boots. And I'll announce that on Facebook as well, so you know who won, okay? Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and I appreciate you very much. Always do. Thank you. See you soon. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.